I'm now joined by WFH Medical Program Committee member, Professor Johnny Mahlangu. Thank you so much for sitting down with me today. How's it going?
Great,
Yeah?
Very exciting times.
Well, I'm glad you stopped by to chat with us because you're going to give us sort of an overview of what we're going to see at this event. So what can people find at this year's meeting?
The program is along certain principles, and the most important principle is that it is comprehensive. It covers the whole spectrum of bleeding disorders. Secondly, it caters for a diversity of attendees. As you know, this meeting is very unique. It is attended by people with bleeding disorders and their caregivers, the healthcare providers, and our industry partners. And then the third part is it actually brings us up to speed with the therapeutic interventions that one would like to see progressing in the field.
What are some of the exciting sessions happening at the medical program?
I think the most exciting ones for me are the ones that are going to bring us up to speed with the most recent therapeutic interventions. We're talking here about several sessions on gene therapy. There will be sessions that specifically look at comorbid conditions, and of course we are not going to ignore the variety of bleeding disorders that one is looking after. Anything from hemophilia to van Willebrand's to platelet disorder to women's bleeding disorders, etc.
Wow, lots of different issues being discussed.
Yeah.
And it's certainly a wide range of people attending the event, like you mentioned. What are some exciting sessions that young clinicians look forward to?
I think young clinicians would be particularly excited about the therapeutic interventions, the novel therapeutic interventions. Most young clinicians would come from a multidisciplinary environment, so they'll find interest in cardiovascular conditions, in mental conditions, and a whole host of other conditions that they would be familiar with, as opposed to just diving into the bleeding disorders only.
And what about you? What are some highlights for the meeting?
Well, the most important highlight was, of course, meeting my colleagues after a pause of 2 years. And perhaps I'm looking forward to the sessions on the updates on the advances in therapeutic interventions. As I mentioned, gene therapy is one of them. We are also looking into non-replacement therapies. We're specifically reviewing some of the phase 3 data. We are particularly excited about the low-dose prophylaxis, which is espoused in the WFH management guideline as probably one of the options, particularly for resource-constrained environments. So these are some of the sessions that I would be particularly interested in.
Well, I hope you have a really enjoyable next few days. Professor Mahlangu, thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Absolute pleasure.
All the best.
Good.